Hello, welcome to the Metaphysical Journey. My name is Michael, and welcome to take two of this recording. The first one, the camera messed up, so I'm doing it again. On that first one, though, I shuffled and chose the cards then and received the information. I'm going to keep with the same ones. It'll just make it a faster take this time because I'll remember hopefully most of what came forward. But for this, I'm going to be pulling only two cards, and they're coming from the What's the T deck and also the Path of Shadows Oracle cards. So what I would like you to do right now is choose group number 1, number 2, or number 3, or any combination thereof. I will put timestamps so that you can see the messages for your specific group. Let's get started. Group number 1, your What's the T card is Creepin'. It's got an owl there. It's mildly creepy. And then the clarifier card is Toad. Personal growth, transformation, and letting go. Now on this, the message that came through is during this time of transformation and growth, you are being pulled away from, led out of, and feeling disconnected from old groups, mindsets, people. It's like, we're no longer in sync. I'm no longer in alignment with them. I need to just let it go. It could be also a relationship, just any type of a connection you have with a person or a group of people. You're no longer in sync and you have walked away, but you haven't disconnected energetically because you're still keeping tabs. You're creeping, you're trolling, you're checking them out. You're still saying, well, what's going on? So that shows you've not fully disconnected yet because you still have an energetic connection to that. There's still a cord attached. And if you truly want to walk away and break free, you're going to have to disconnect that. You have to let it go. And that's where both of these cards, they're kind of night creatures because you're doing this under cover of darkness. You think no one's going to know. I can just check in and see what's going on. And this screams trolling, actually, especially if you're checking out their social media or you're checking with their friends and say, oh, incidentally, how's so-and-so doing? Just wondering. No, you're still connected. To have a free, clean break, you have to make an entire break. Just because you're not physically around them doesn't mean your energy is still not very much present in the situation. So this is about a disconnecting of the energy and letting it go. The Toad says personal growth and transformation. And that's what's leading this. That's what's leading you away from the situation and the people because you're growing. You're not the same person you were when you were with them. You have moved on as part of your path. And then a lot of times too, what happens is that as your energy vibration changes, they're no longer in sync with you and they just organically kind of drop off. And this happens especially if this is a group of people, because a group kind of stays in the same mindset. Their energy stays the same. If yours has changed and you're trying to get away, as long as you're still thinking about them, trolling them, keeping tabs on them, you're still very much connected. So to have that clean break, the advice is you're going to have to just drop all communication in a way. Just stop checking in, let it go. There could be a point in the future where you can do that and it's not going to affect you. But if it's still really fresh, you're going to have to make a clean break of it. And so that's group number 1. Group number 2, your card is Forcer. Forces things on you, forces their way in, using force to get what they want. And the clarifier is Nymph. In this mundane world, now I roam. Inside this concrete jungle, where is my home? Now on this one, the message that came through before, this was kind of really a sad, in a way, a sad situation in that for group number 2, many of you are feeling trapped right now. You're stuck in a situation that you do not want to be stuck in. For some of you, this is a relationship that you've been with a person or even a group of people for quite a while. And you don't need to be there. You don't feel it anymore. But they keep using logic and emotional manipulation on you to keep you involved. Now, I'm not just talking like narcissist type of behavior, which, narcissistic, it could be that type of behavior. But I'm thinking what I was picking up on this was more in the line of them using logic, what they perceive to be logic. So I was seeing a situation where a person was, I saw, of course, the religious side of it. It's like, I want to do this. And they're like, no, don't do that, because, you're going to be deceived and all kinds of stuff. But this isn't necessarily, it's not about your spiritual path. And I just want to say this: you are a spirit being having a human experience. So basically every single thing you do, regardless of what it is part of your spiritual path. Going shopping is part of that. How you interact, how you show up in the world, regardless of whether it's at a church service or wherever it is, it doesn't matter. Every single thing you do is part of your spiritual path, because you learn and grow every day through your ordinary interactions with people. So that aside, this is about people trying to influence your thoughts. And if it's emotional manipulation, that's what they're using. They'll be saying things like, you weren't raised like this. You know better than that. Everybody thinks this way. Why do you have to be a problem? Why are you so different? What's your deal? You've changed. Those types of things are what you're going to hear, and that's what precipitates these two cards and what you're dealing with. So the forcer forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. Another way that they get what they want is through, again, emotional manipulation, to get you to give them of your time, your money, all kinds of stuff. And you're probably the type of person, no, you are the type of person that you want to be of service to others. You want to do the right thing. You want to be a good person. It's important to you because you're empathic, you care, and you're also very prone to emotional manipulation. Works like a charm on you, because they'll say one thing, it's very logical. It's like, well, why are you so selfish? Why are you being selfish? And you probably hear that a lot. And when you hear that, you think, oh, I am being selfish. I'm a bad person. I need to give them what they want because I need to prove to them that I care. And that's where they're manipulating you. They are controlling you, and you need to break away from that. So if you're wondering, inside this concrete, in this mundane world, now I roam. Mundane meaning it's the everyday life type of stuff that's happening. I'm just walking around, just trying to be the best person I can in this world. And I'm inside of a concrete jungle that is it's a forced limitation around you. It's like you're a prisoner trapped in this mindset, this group think type of thing. And you're like, I just don't have the logical explanation as to why I don't want to be here anymore. You know what? You don't have to have any explanation. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone, and you're not expected to. You may be stuck in a group think flock mentality of sheep. Everyone does the same thing. Everyone thinks the same thing. We've always done this. Our grandmother did this. Why are you so different? But you're a sheep that knows its shepherd's voice, and that's what you want to listen to. I don't know where the thumb just came from on that, but confirmation, yay. But you're a sheep that needs to learn its shepherd's voice, and it's that small voice inside of you that lets you know what you should be doing. Follow that. Throw out the noise pollution around you and listen to the small voice. It will lead you out of that situation. And it may be a challenge or a struggle, but in the end, you're going to feel so much better because now you're on the path, however you want to call it, that you want to be on and that you feel that you should be on. And those solitary paths are going to take you away and out of group think flocks. You don't belong there. That's not your flock. You need to be somewhere else. That's group number 2. Group number 3. These cards are interesting, and there's a lot with this. And there are also 2 distinct storylines on this. So I want to share both of those, but we'll start with what's the T is impersonator. They want to be you. They act like, they dress like, they look like, and they copy you. And the clarifier is grimoire, wisdom, experience, and hidden knowledge. Now, the grimoire card is what they're after. All right. There's something about you, group 3, for this first group of group 3. There's something about you that's different. People can feel it, they see it, but they don't know what it is. But they want it. They do. Because you just have this way about you of just things just work out. You have this unique ability to take whatever it is and create something unique and beautiful that's recognized, it's noticed, and more importantly, it's felt. So you have impersonators around you that want that. They're the ones in a restaurant that say, I'll have what she's having. They want that, but they don't know what it is and they don't know how to get it. And so they think that it's kind of an old mindset. It's kind of like the old spell books where, you add eye of new, tail of a salamander, and, you put these items together and you stir them in a big pot and you say, hubble, bubble, toil and trouble, whatever. And magic happens. It's not that way. The magic is inside of you. You are the magic. You're the magic spell. You are. You can take whatever you want and pull it in that helps with the energies and stuff, but you create it yourself uniquely in a way that only you can do. There's only one you. Anyone else trying to be you is a fraud. And these impersonators are going to do that. Now, we see impersonators all over social media. I mean, seriously, think about it. In the law of attraction alone, how to manifest, you have one person that comes out with something, and the next thing you know, you have 5,000 people saying the exact same thing. They're mimicking, they're impersonating that first person to say, well, we'll have the same success. It doesn't work that way. There's a lot of frauds out there that are doing that. They're impersonating other people, or they take some old book like whatever it may be, and they read these truths of what the original author 100 years ago said, and then they come out as if it's their own unique thing, and they are trying to make money off of that, and they're not having success because they're impersonating the original. And the original didn't share everything. And that's where the grimoire comes in. Wisdom, experience, hidden knowledge. You only share what you need to share. So with the information that you are getting, keep that to yourself, because that's uniquely for you. It's your team's way of saying, this will work for you. This is how you need to see it, think about it, form it, whatever. It's uniquely yours. It's your recipe, no one else's. So it's been said many times that imitation is the greatest form of flattery. It's also the most prevalent form of fraudery happening out there. And you have this in your life right now. You have people around you trying to be you and impersonate you. And it's maddening. It has to be, because you're like, what are you doing? And for the human design projectors, this happens all the time. You have this great idea that you share, and suddenly, they don't hear it, but then someone picks up on it 5 minutes later and everyone says, that's a brilliant idea. And you're thinking, I just said that, right? Did y'all not hear me? No, they didn't hear you because you weren't invited to share it. That's human design for you. It sucks, but it's good to know because you can, work with that. But then they try to move forward with it and it falls apart. Why? Because they didn't have all of the wisdom, all the knowledge behind what you were getting. You just saw something and you shared it out loud, and they ran with it thinking, oh, that's the magic. That's the secret. That's the key. It's not a key at all. It does nothing because they don't know where the door is. You do. So that's an impersonator, and just walk in silence. Solitary path, just you. You keep your knowledge to yourself because it's meant for you. If you are supposed to share something of that knowledge with others, share your wisdom, you will be led to do so. At that time, do it, because the person that's receiving it is ready and has been prepared to receive it. So there's that. Now there's a second group on this, and this has to do with the impersonator. This has to do with family. Now this is specifically for those of you that either have children or you have other people around you that you're influencing, and they're watching very closely what you do because they have a lot of respect and faith in you, and they want to be just like you, but in a good way. So you have, for example, little boys will see their father shaving and they'll act like they're shaving. And I know when I was little, my dad gave me a a razor thing without the razor blade in it, and I would act like I was shaving, and I would have shaving cream all over the place. It was crazy, but I had fun and act like I was shaving too. And then you have, little girls that do things that maybe their mom does or their grandmother does, and they want to become them as they get older because they have so much respect. So this is a very beautiful thing. So if you have people around you that are watching you and mimicking what you're doing and trying to imitate you, take that very seriously. Make sure that you show up in the best possible way in those situations. If they're going to be a small little parrot and they're going to repeat the things that you do, in whether it's verbal or in action, you want to make sure that you are demonstrating the right practices and things that you really care about, because children are sponges. They pick up, they see everything, they hear everything, they pick it all up. And if you have children or have been around them, they will repeat things back at the worst possible moments. So always be cautious about what you say, because they hear, see, and will replicate everything when the time comes. So it's very important. And the grimoire card for the second group here, the ones that are influencing positively those around them, the grimoire says wisdom and experience. And that's what you're passing on to the next generation, your wisdom and your experience. How many of us can remember things that our mom used to say, and you get older and you say, I'm turning into my father, or I'm turning into my mother, because their words echo in our heads. And that's what we recite back to other people because we remembered it. We're a sponge, we're a recorder, and we're passing that information forward. The old wives' tales or the old family recipes, that's another form in how we replicate and carry that forward. So you have a very big responsibility. And with hidden knowledge, these are things that are passed down through the family, like that family recipe or something that no one else has. And that's one of the things that you pass down. But also the hidden knowledge is made up of the wisdom that you've learned over your years. And you share that so that hopefully your children or those around you won't have to go through the same challenges that you went through in order to gain that wisdom. And you all know the type of wisdom I'm talking about. It's like, wow, if I could spare one person from going through this, this is what it would be. And you share it. Many times they're not going to listen, just like we didn't listen to our parents when they tried to give us that sacred wisdom of like, listen to me, don't do this because that'll happen. And we think, well, it's not going to happen to me. And does it happen? Usually, yes. So for group 3, there's two sides. There's a negative. Someone's trying to steal what you have. They don't know what you have, but they feel it, they want it, and they're trying to impersonate it. And they're frauds. There's only one you. And then you have the second group, which is passing on a beautiful lineage of information and knowledge to the next generation, whether it's your biological family or just those around you that you influence. And that's group number 3. I hope that in one or all of these groups, you have received information that will help you, give you something to think about as you move forward in the week and months to come. This is information that is always applicable. So whenever you watch this, the timing's right. Thank you for following me on the metaphysical journey, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.